Hi! What the fuck?
Abstractists.
This is Abstractists! This is my podcast. I always wanted to do this. This is basically, me.
Talking stuff.
Me and my guests are like whoever, we like talk about stuff, anything, just anything. Like the audience is Gen Z, and I hope you guys are Generation Z. If you guys are like younger than that, maybe you should go out of here. If you're older than that, you should definitely go out of here. Yeah, we'll talk about some serious stuff too. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Okay, anyways, this is our today's guest, and
What's up?
yeah, this podcast will be available on
I
Spotify
feel so
and Apple.
special.
Finish. It will be available on Spotify and Apple. Anyways, okay, I should respect him because he's my guest. Okay, so
You
hi.
better shit. What's good? You're supposed to open for the question.
Yeah, I know.
Good. I'm just reminding you.
I know.
You gotta memorize.
What's your
your
name?
lines.
You're supposed to introduce yourself. Like he is, then you're supposed to say
Oh,
Nucklup. This is
Nucklup. Arambh is my real name, but people know me as Nucklup. Yeah, because I make music, good music.
okay. So he's a music producer and an artist, and he's not signed with any agency. He's independent. As an artist, how do you cope with stress and burnout?
Okay, the stress, it's constant.
Obviously.
It's like super constant. You're thinking about a lot of stuff. You're also thinking, okay, so being an artist, let me clarify this one thing, okay? You don't have only one stress that, oh my god, like, I can't like make this music or like make this sort of content. You have stress about marketing, you have stress about the financial issues that you're facing. If you're a young and like an independent artist, other than that, you have stress about how would your parents would deal with what you're actually trying to pursue.
Anything else?
I make songs.
Anything else?
I just recently dropped an album
Anything
and
else?
also an EP that y'all should definitely listen to it. Make sure to stream it every fucking 30 seconds because that just counts. I'm done. I'm actually done.
Yeah, that's how you earn money. 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh, that is the secret about artists on Spotify. Oh, we have to listen within 30 seconds. Yeah, but at the same time, like when you're doing it again and again, don't you think like sometimes you just want to like give it all up?
Yeah, that happens every day. All
Yeah.
the fucking time, every fucking minute actually, because you have a lot of stress
Yeah.
about like financial issues, about what sort of content that you should actually put out, whether the people like it or
Yeah.
not, whether your parents will like it, because most of the thing are like cases they are the one who are like not supporting it, like enough in your career when. If you want to take like an entertainment field or something, this happens a lot of.
I think it's more like,
Indian
when you're
parents.
like very successful and like you're earning a lot. That's when, the parents just like, okay, fine, they're doing
Exactly.
But when you're
exactly,
like in the
exactly.
starting stage and you're still working, and it's like it's very tough because you just cannot become something overnight. It is a process.
They want to see this
And-
financial stability in
Yeah,
your career.
and people don't understand the process is very fucking slow.
Very so, bro. You
Very
gotta be so
slow.
patient in the.
Exactly. You cannot just like at the beginning I was like, oh, I'll just go for auditions, I'll do this, I'll go to acting classes, I'll do that, I'll do chat, I'll do a lot of
You
shit.
need to start from the scratch. You need to
Yeah.
learn the ground basis, and then you gotta think about, okay, now I need to start making network, and then after meeting a lot of people, you gotta also start, like doing your work for free to build your network, to build like a proper solid relationship, and then you come for the money. So money process is and literally the building process is your basically.
At first I was like, if within this month I don't get casted, I think I should not do this. But it's not like that. If I have this theory in my mind, I'll never, be able to, achieve my goals. I will have failures. I will not, I will be declined. So you just have to keep trying. And I think that's how it is for everyone. All
Exactly,
artists, like
yeah.
no matter what industry or whether you're making music, you're modeling
exactly.
or acting.
And like like even if you want to try, don't try as like being a slack. Just try as if like, okay, I mean, I love this thing, so I can try it again.
So you have
like,
to
even
like
if I don't,
really fall in love with it and be very passionate.
like you gotta just. stick
If you're
to
not
it, bro.
passionate about it and you're just like doing it for time, for
Yeah,
passing time,
or
you're not gonna
yeah,
get that.
exactly. I think
And
at
there's
this
so
point,
much competition.
Oh, bro, don't talk about it.
There's just so much competition.
Also, the artists say, whoever the fucking artist is, that my biggest comment. Nah, I don't think that's really good enough, because each and every person has some sort of competition relying on them.
yeah, nobody is like big, like even like the
Yeah.
biggest celebrities, even they have big
Yeah.
celebrities to compete with.
Exactly. Like you can compete with yourself. Yeah, that's healthy. You gotta be
Yeah.
consistent. Like, okay,
Yeah.
being consistent, that could be like
Being consistent is something which is very tiring, I think.
I know, and like that's where the main process where
And
people
especially
just
if you're like not doing one certain field only. Like I do content creation.
yeah.
On top of that, I want to get into acting and
yeah,
I do
you
modeling
gotta
and all.
you gotta cover all the fucking field of the entertainment.
And it's like
bro.
you get so confused. Like, what am I
True
supposed
that,
to do?
true that.
Like, shall I do this? Shall I
Yeah.
like just do my business, or like what am I
Exactly,
supposed
yeah.
to do? If I waste a day, I cannot afford to waste a day.
Even in music, like you're making music side by side, but there are also producers who also edit their own videos. So like they have to learn how to edit, and then in like more further, they gotta shoot music videos. So they gotta learn how to act in the music video. to
Because
actually
sometimes you
present
don't have
themselves.
people to do it.
Yeah.
So you have to
you
learn
gotta
how to
learn
do
by
it
yourself.
yourself.
Yeah, you gotta do it by yourself. Jinx, bro.
Coming from an Indian family, how did your parents react first when you told them?
So my father wasn't supportive
Yeah,
at all.
yeah, makes sense.
Don't crack that.
Sorry.
My mom was pretty much fine with it because she took it in a way of like, okay, yeah, like he's a kid, like he's doing it as a hobby, so maybe he could, like just like do it for like divert the mindset.
When did you first get paid?
11th grade. Yeah.
Yeah.
11th
And you
grade.
started music
When I was 13. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, and like actually my first paycheck that actually changed the entire scene, and
That's when you kind of like made your mom believe in you.
yeah, it's
But
not
then-
even believe. So from the beginning, I knew that I wanted to be in it, but to my mom, she had a perspective like, yeah, I mean, he's just doing it for a hobby. So she just let me do what I wanted to do, but as a hobby, not.
But when
not,
you got
not like
paid,
research.
then it's like your mom
Yeah,
understood that
then-
it might
then-
be a job now.
Yeah, then literally like the entire tablestone, and then like I told my mom that like I got like 7 grants when I was in 11th grade. That was my first paycheck,
Mhm.
and then I got my mom a watch. That was the biggest flex that I could use. Though, like fuck it, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
but
I
at the same time, like I think it is like with when you're living with your parents and all, like, and you're still like depending on them financially, and
That's
like
right,
when
that's right.
they realize that you're earning something, but at the same time you're not earning it consistently.
Yeah,
and
like
it's not
financial
stable.
stability,
It's not
yeah.
stable. It's not something that you can just be independent out of. Like now I'm living
That's right,
alone,
that's
but
right.
I don't get paid every month. It's not like a
Yeah,
salary.
yeah.
So it's like
Things fluctuate.
yeah, so I was saying like I kind of relate to it because when I first got my paycheck, then like my parents believed, oh yeah, like now she's earning from YouTube, so she might be like going towards that field, and they kind of got supported. But then like later, like like things got low because obviously you have to be you have to maintain some consistency, and it of course like YouTube is not it's a company that is paying you a salary. It is more like you get
like a
paid. It's
organization.
just a website.
Yeah.
It's just like any other blog or website. It's just though you see videos, it's the content is videos, but it's a website where you get paid through the advertisement. So that fluctuates a lot because obviously if people are not viewing your content, maybe this content is not something your audience is watching, then obviously it gets divided.
That's also like the
And-
biggest stress what like most of the artists go through. Is like, why are people not viewing my content, like whatever the thing I'm posting?
Yeah, but at the same time, like you cannot control what your audience watches and what your audience
Exactly.
listens to, right?
Audience control us in a way.
Yeah, it is basically like the audience that is everything. Like
Yeah.
audience is everything. Like
Actually.
without them, you're like nobody. So have you received any unsolicited advice that maybe I should just do a degree, give it all up, and do a 9-to-5 job just like anyone else?
My mom wanted me to become an IS officer until I got my tattoo, and I told her, nah.
I cannot be an IS officer.
No, now you just cannot stop me.
Yeah, I remember like my dad, like he wanted to be an IS officer, and like since a young age, like he actually did give his exams and he not passed, so he got like a lower job, like whatever, like it was not IAS, but he still got in government, but it's like it's not IAS, right? Like what he wanted to. So he wanted to live his dreams through me, and I was an only child. I'm still an only child. What am I saying? I was an only child. I am still an only child, and it's like all their expectations are kind of like dependent on me. So it's like the stress that I have to be successful if I'm like going for this field. And yeah, when I first got my tattoos, obviously like all my classmates were like, "Oh my God, how will you get a
When did you
government
first get your
job?"
tattoo? How old were you?
17. And then people are like, how will you get a job, dude? And I'm like, dude, I don't want a job like that.
I think that's the prime time where like kids go rebel, and that's like the prime time where parents just push you so much that now you wanna do this, you gotta do that. Like
it's like, no, I'm gonna do what I want to do, and then that clash happens, obviously.
So many people told me now, like music has nothing to do with your life, or like it won't pay you at all. You won't be successful. Blah 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 blah. You should be an IST.
But it is mostly from people who never really thought of that field. They're not even from that field.
No, they are literally engineers, doctors who knows.
Yeah, and like, yeah, you have done your shit. Yeah, I know you're smart. You have done your degree and shit. Yeah, you're getting paid, whatever. But I don't want to be
so like most of the people, they don't understand artistic way is more based on like creativity.
Exactly.
It's not logical way. Like it is sort of logical way, but you gotta like revolve around your mind and like make sure that how good it can look.
Yeah, it is more from your left side of the brain.
Engineering can be creative sometimes, but it's like more of like logical stuff.
What are your views on people in the media industry acting a certain way? Because I think we all act a certain way. Do not be cancelled.
Like nepotism is like actually that, like if you don't have good
obviously like if you don't have like contacts from before,
you gotta be in good picture in like every fucking body that you meet. Like,
and like though you don't want to be like friends with them, at the same time you have to act away. And I think like as an artist you have to kind of like give up on fun.
Big time. You cannot go out party all the fucking time because
exactly, like, and this is my fucking age to party, but I cannot just go and party all the time. Like I have to video edit, like, I have to do that.
Exactly.
I have to shoot.
I don't know how to drive a car, and all of my friends, when I say like they literally drive any sort of vehicle.
What about cancel culture? What are your views on that?
It's toxic, first of all. Second of all, cancel culture is like basically spreading hate.
Yeah.
Only those people who would cancel you who are literally jealous of you or who don't want you to be grow.
As human beings, we all make mistakes. And yeah, we have to act a certain way if we are in front of the camera. And we have to show that, we are not at all problematic. But dude, everyone has some or the other opinion that people will not, like the mass, it won't be a mass opinion that, it might be a negative opinion that, people don't relate to. And people will find, will judge you for that. So you have to like really make sure that, whatever you say, whatever you do, it not.
Yeah, you have to like stay away from all this sort of controversial stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to like think twice before posting any sort of content.
Exactly. And I don't think it's just though like cancel culture is like more like for these big YouTubers, big actors, and all these people who they're big already and they they do a mistake. They have a fucking PR team, but they do a fucking mistake and they get cancelled for it just for that one mistake, which I think we all human beings might have done at a certain point, but we have not recorded that, right? How did you start with music?
Okay, so I wanted to be an astronaut.
Oh wow.
But
I wanted to be an astronaut when I was in 3rd grade.
Oh, same, bro.
What?
Okay, wait. So I came in 9th grade, and then I got introduced to physics, and then I was like, nah, bro. Like,
physics.
I'm already dyslexic, bro. I can't literally. And then I don't know, bro. I literally never thought that I could be in music because I have no solid musical background whatsoever from my relatives or from my friends or whatever it is. All my friend groups, so they're like either they're like in like engineering, finance, but none of them are like doing music. I'm the only guy who's doing something different in the entire family. I love it.
Like, do you ever like get judged by your relatives and
all?
all?
Yeah,
obviously.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, but like one thing that's safe. This era is like little media era. People go for the numbers. So slowly when I started growing up, when I had like 400, 300 followers, people were like bro, they used to make fun of me because like what the fuck you could do.
Exactly. Nowadays, I think it's more of like people just see the number. People only want to see the number. They don't care like how talented you are, how good your music is, or like whatever you do, how good it is. They just want to see the number. So like I remember like when I first started like Instagram and all of that, and I started doing shoots and all of that.
How you started growing?
Well, I started growing mainly from like modeling and stuff. Like when I did like freelance shoots with different photographers and all, they had followers, so I kind of gained followers from there.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's the same with, okay, like clarifying growing more.
Yeah.
Growing as in like you're basically spreading the word that like I am in the game and I am someone who's doing it. Like my Instagram was like what 200, 300 followers. Nobody believed in me.
Yeah.
So that was like I get back in like 8th and 10th grade. So I showed it to my best friend and he was like, bro, like it's cool, but it's not that cool. Stopped sharing that what exactly I'm doing, that I'm making music. Or like whoever used to ask me like what exactly, like what's your passion, I just never mentioned that I'm into music because I know they would just shit on me any fucking how. They just find a fucking reason to like shit on me.
Like when I was I think it's a lot different in Mumbai now that I'm here. People actually do believe in talent and all. Like most people do.
Actually, in Mumbai, they started to believe it like around.
Yeah.
Back then, it was so shit.
Because in Guwahati, like the place where I was in, I never told anyone I wanted to be an actor because people would laugh, bro. People would literally laugh like, "What? You want to be an actor? Nah, never
and that
happening."
just demoralize your.
Yeah, that is like so invalidating. Like, bro, just yeah, you cannot be. What about me, bro? I think it also depends from place to place because Mumbai is, the place where Bollywood is there, and for acting, music, whatever you do,
but
the industry is here.
Even with the people who actually stay in Mumbai,
yeah,
they and for them Bollywood is just a code that like easy money or something. But when you actually get into it, like what sort of politics they play.
Yeah, exactly. They have a whole different thing.
Exactly,
they have different
you
things.
You get fucked big time, bro.
Like forget the cons.
Yeah, cons
there are too many cons.
Yeah,
cons are a lot. We'll talk about the pros.
Pros, you enjoy it.
Yeah.
Best flex that you could put is like you're actually
I'm doing what I want.
Yeah, like you're the own bro. You're the boss for yourself.
Yeah.
And it makes you independent mentally. I can't say financially because we just discussed it. It makes you more creative. It makes you more responsibly mature enough. That just like mature you a lot.
But like as an independent artist, did you ever feel it would be easier if you were, starting through some agency or production?
Yeah, big time. So the thing is, being an independent artist, you have to look after every fucking thing. You have to look after marketing, promotions, brand building. You gotta create your own stuff. That's like a man just cannot handle stuff. That's why
you're
people.
Just one person. Like you have to at one point you have
Yeah, and bro, you won't believe
accepted that you're a human being too.
I'm still sort of independent. I just have one promoter. See them and so they just do all sort of work, and now I just have to take care of my Instagram by my own. Sometimes my sister handles it because she is well experienced it. So she helps me a lot in that stuff. Like big shout out to her, bro.
So what is your advice to not just musicians but all kinds of artists like who want to just do freelance work? Like is it better
work.
And like what are the pros and cons according to you?
It's just a word that you're just like working from home and you're just like doing nothing. You're just sitting like a casual piece of fuck and being a fucking disappointment. So don't care about the judgment.
In reality it's not like that.
Yeah, where you work, the place where you exactly work, that doesn't matter. What you actually work, where you actually investing your brain cells in, that matters. So you could just proudly like say that I'm this content creator, I'm a music producer, I'm a fashion model, I have this like small studio at my house, so I just do freelance. It's nice because it saves our time. We don't have to travel too much. Our closet are just like right next to each other, so we can just drop off and try each and everything. It's just quick. Yeah, you just like chin up, bro. Just don't feel embarrassed that if you wanna like tell your people or your like the new mates that you meet that I just do a freelance. You can't bro. You just
because it's not just freelance.
It's not like freelance. Like, what do you think, bro? You're like easy to do.
Stop making the voice.
So yeah.
Do you feel music is the only way you can express what you truly feel?
Hell yeah. So
I think that's like for all artists, like whatever you do, like if it's art, like through your photos. Like for me, it's through my photos, videos, and all. So that's the only way I can really express how I really feel.
So like since all you have,
but at the same time, you have to have a filter. So that kind of contradicts.
I think it just portrays everywhere because on Instagram you can't show what sort of life you're living in because you just want to share the positive world. Because if you show them what sort of negative side that you have, or like if you're feeling sad,
nobody cares.
Nobody gives a fuck. They would just they would just sympathize you for like a minute and they just like back off, and then they wouldn't help you. They wouldn't be there for you.
Yeah, unless you have like a very supportive audience.
The first time I just got a random ass message like there's this kid who wanted to be in music, so he messaged me like, oh my god, Nucklup, you just like inspire me a lot. I was like, bro, I got a massive boner when I saw that. I was so happy. There are only few people that we can be transparent without being shy, but there are few people that we have to just like put up a fucking mask on our face and like show them what we are, like how we're, because I guess it's just a part because we don't want to show them how weak we are. It's like people are just like entitled. So like once you start
Oh,
growing,
nepotism is real, bro.
oh, big time, big fucking time.
When I was not into acting and all that shit, I was like, yeah, cool, whatever. Ananya Pandey, cool. But then I'm like, now that I go for acting classes and all these, like, I know actors and I know people, and it's like, I just see, like, oh my god, they have their shit so much easier. Wow, your parents were actors? Okay, yeah, cool. Like, it's not that you won't be a good actor, but there are literally, like, I won't take names, but there are some actors who, like, their shit. So what do you want your audience to feel through your music?
Through my music, honestly. Okay, so I express a lot about my emotions where it's like sometimes hard for me to not express to my friends, to my family, or whoever. It's just like
it's
my
very
music.
hard to express.
Like my music, it's literally like those emotions, like filled with those emotions which I bottled up, and now it's just bursting out in a form of art. but yeah, like my album, it just shows and like gives like a lot of message of my anxieties, what issues that I was going through. In those songs, like all the artists, they have like, you know, use the I word, like, okay, I was going through this, I was doing that, blah 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 blah. So I want people to like, you know, make sure that they be the main character while they listen to my music, and then they should like feel what I felt.
Like you just listen to a song at a certain time when you're going through a certain thing. And they're like, oh wow,
exactly.
this was written for me. I hope you enjoyed the first podcast. I will be releasing. Okay,
she'll be releasing. I'll be promoting.
Okay. Every third of every month. So this will be out on 3rd of October. I'm a good host.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, I